Welcome back to another episode of Look What I Found on the HopUp app, where we take a first look and for the first time unbox something that I purchased aftermarket from somebody else on the HopUp app. And this is something that we do just so that we can get on record footage of us opening it to make sure things are as they were said to be when we order them. Take kind of just a general look, make sure that it holds gas, make sure that we can load BBs, go over it, just like a over-the-table, non-totally edited, non-cinematic video, and then later on we will do a full review video and a little upgrade series if we have the ability to. Now, I say this lightly because I say this with a lot of things, but this is particularly a replica that I have been looking at for a very long time, and I've been waiting to get one aftermarket at a good price. This has been floating around the HopUp app for a very, very long time. I think almost like a year now, maybe even longer. I could be wrong. But I've asked, and I finally got this down to a beautiful price of $400. I want to be transparent with you, let you know what I paid. I guess now let's open the box. Hopefully you don't know what it is yet, other than the silhouette that I used to put as the thumbnail. This is an HP printer box. So I'm assuming this had like printer paper in it or something like that. And I know that he sent it to me in a couple of pieces. And something I found really funny was it said fragile toy. So I guess he marked it in case they checked it. UPS obviously does as they do and shredded the box. And it looks like inside the box we have some random like foam insulation and some, I guess, plastic wrap, bubble wrap. Okay, so this is big bubble wrap. I thought it was just plastic for a second. So we'll pop out all the pieces, and we'll see if we can slowly guess what it is as I take it apart. I don't know how many pieces it's in, and I'm not 100% sure how to put it together. He was kind enough to explain it to me and send me a video, but obviously I'm just gonna, go at it as we go. And I think, okay, so it looks like it's in 5 different pieces. And we'll just put this all back there, and we'll put this aside. Let's start opening it up. Oh, 6 pieces. Okay. So overall wrap job is all right. At least everything is individually bubble wrapped, but it is a little bit loose bubble wrap. I know the replica itself is actually entirely made of steel inside and out, which is really cool. So it should be pretty sturdy. And I already know what part this is. It's the stock. If you know what it is by just this piece alone, let me know in the comments that you figured it out. Take a look at that thing. And if I just get a magnet out as we go, I'm going to show you every single piece of this is steel, which is crazy. This is a company that I'm a big fan of. This is my second replica from this company, and you can see the entire thing is steel. That just feels nuts. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh. The mag. Make sure everything is in okay condition. Now again, like I said, steel. Besides the feed lips, the entire mag is also steel. It's going to be a heavy, heavy little sucker. Let's pop this piece out. This looks like the barrel shroud. Steel. Oh, and if you haven't yet, you want to support the channel, you love my stuff, and you want to help me make more videos for you, pick up a patch. Next piece. Everything seems to look like it's in okay condition. The threads look all right on here. Okay, so these are like weld marks, which is actually really cool. That's supposed to be there. Pop this piece out. I'm assuming this is the barrel of some sort. Yep, we got the barrel. That's going to have to come off. Yuck. Assume this is our hop dial. Could be wrong. Again, I believe steel. Oh, we got an aluminum part. Haha. Not going to pull out the body yet. I'm going to hit this piece first. This is your little locking pin. This is the part that I have no idea how to install, but we're going to try and figure it out together. Check that out. And then also again, if I'm not mistaken, steel, steel, steel. The whole thing is just one giant block of steel. Now again, like I said, I did get this at a decent price. It's not super good price, just because I don't think they're making these anymore. I could be wrong. I was talking about it in the Heavy Recoil Discord, and somebody said that they don't think they are, but I think the mags are still being produced. If not, the company did just release them. It's the Sten by Northeast Airsoft. Can you believe just these parts alone are going to be an entire replica? Let's take a look at all these parts. Steel, 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 steel. I got it. Not that steel's necessary, but that is crazy. That is crazy. Look at that. Look at all the weld marks on it. I love how like rugged and just like, it looks like they just mass produced these like the real Sten would be. Okay, let's see if we can't figure out how to set it up. So you have to tilt this guy. This is the magwell. Have to tilt the magwell to face the direction that it's supposed to face. And then I believe we have to put this pin in somewhere. Question is, how? I'm going to assume... Why don't we not assume? I'm going to look it up. All right, so I don't know if you can see this, but like one of the big problems is the magwell, I realized, can actually shift itself downwards the wrong direction. And if it's shifted downwards, it'll misalign the hole with this piece, and then this piece won't go in the slot. It'll sit here, and then everything is just all messed up. So you got to make sure that you are lined up perfectly. You got to make sure the holes are also lined up perfectly. The best way to do that, I think, is going to be to put this here, slot it into place, and then we're just going to mash it on up to the top. And that should give us a free hole that way. Now you see, just to make sure everything's lined up, that should sit all the way in place. Might have to do some like wiggling back and forth just to make sure we can line the magwell up. But first I want to get the spring and stuff in place. Oops, let's not drop things all over the place. Pop this right back where it needs to go. Locked up and in place. I think the best bet is the spring next. It's a tight spring to get in there. Should be able to throw this guy in now. Bingo. Okay, now I just need to twist this one way or the other way in order to get the pin to drop all the way through. Because right now we're into this section, we're not into this section. And I'm just trying to figure out if we're lined up or not. We'll do like a little shift to one side, a little shift to the other side. Are we nearing completion? We're in. We're in. Okay. Next, so we're going to be holding it like this. So what I'm going to do is drop this pin down that direction. I think that is probably the most optimal way to do it. Funky, like standard little pin. Just make sure both sides go in. Probably have to put it like this. And then we'll twist it. Cool. And that pin is now in place, and that locks everything where it needs to be. Wow, that was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. The stock should be easy enough. I think we just push the button in, line it up with the groove, and put it up in place. Oh my god, that feels so uncomfortable, and it's perfect that way. Wow. Okay. The bolt is still back. I think next what we have to do is get the HopUp unit and barrel installed. Now doesn't that just look so much better? I would imagine that since our hop up, which direction do we have to go? Is there a groove? I assume there's a groove that it has to sit in. Where is our... I should have a flashlight. Maybe we can use this to see where the nub opening is. Looks like our nub's opening is actually up here. Super interesting. So the opening's up here. So we're going to want it to sit like this. We have to put it in a certain direction first. There it is, right like that. And then I think the shroud just goes over it. Does that just lock it in place? I want to stick an O-ring over that. Oh. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I don't know what that's locking into, but that keeps that nice and snug. Okay, so it's an open bolt replica, which means that when I pull the trigger, I think that drops forward. Holy smokes. I have a Sten. Okay, all right. Let me contain myself. So, the rugged, most, like, simplistic design of World War II goodness. We have this massive stock with, I don't even really know how to hold this, or if it just sits like this, and this is just to keep weight down. I have no idea. Super, super uncomfortable, and I love that about it. See the trigger? Let's take a look at how the Sten's trigger is. I gotta keep my hands away from that opening, so I'm gonna hold it here. It's very loose and wiggly at the front. Oh, it's a heavy trigger pull. When it drops forward, it just slaps the trigger straight to the back. Really interesting. And it looks like we actually have this pinned off. Oh, so that's just a pin to hold that in place. Wow. And look at all of the... So these crazy weld marks on it that I love. So I'm assuming... Okay, so that is fun mode, pressed in the A, fun mode. And then we press it that way. That is semi. Our mag release, I believe, is here. I think that's the mag release. And then to access the HopUp dial, is there a hole or something to access that? I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. Can we see it through the holes here? No, we can't. I'm gonna have to do some research on this thing. Okay, so basically, we start this guy off. We can lock it back. The mag should insert just like this, frontwards. And I'm a little worried about this because being that the mag sits sideways, is that locked in place? That is. There's like no noticeable latch, really. It's a very soft latch. I do know from dealing with Northeast in the past, is that not going to come back out? Come on. There we go. I do know from dealing with Northeast in the past, a lot of their stuff is so tight of tolerances, it just takes some runtime to get everything to work the way that you want it to. Wow. And I'm really interested to see, specifically, being that all of the like liquid propane is going to sit at the base of the mag, when tilting it, will we start to get liquid propane spillover from the router into the HopUp unit and cause like efficiency problems? I'm not 100% sure. Being all steel, that thing's gonna get cold quick, really quick. Check that out. That's how it feeds. Really interesting. That needs to loosen up just a little bit. Wow, that's tight. I might even lubricate the sides of this just to make it a little bit easier. Lubricate the mag well, maybe. Let's see if she takes gas. Our fill valve is at the base. I can't imagine getting a hold of these mags is going to be very easy. I only have one right now, obviously. And we can go for a single dry fire. I do not ever fire without the stock on the back. It helps support the blowback unit. Insert our stock. And now this is an open bolt replica, which means it's going to start from an open bolt position. When I pull the trigger, the bolt's going to slam forward, pull a BB outside of the feed lips, blow gas out of the nozzle, and then blow itself back and reset. So we should be able to drop this and it'll lock back open again, I think. Oh no, it's not going to dry fire. I don't know if there's a dry fire mode on here. Interesting. Okay. Let's get a couple BBs in there. And then we'll play around, see if it loads on the T238 speed loader. This thing has yet to let me down, so hopefully doesn't mind the East Sten mags. Cross your fingers. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Why do you wait to do that until we're inside? Okay, so I've got a little backdrop after I made a mess. And we'll just do like 3 of them. Nothing super crazy. I don't want to do this a ton inside, especially with the green gas. Cool. Now remember, don't hold the mag. There's very little tolerances here, like already, which is good. But you don't want to tilt the feed lips. It could kill the nozzle. Technically, actually, you're supposed to hold up here anyway, so I guess 3, 2, 1. Oh, duh. There we go. I almost went to go to the mag. I don't know why. It just felt like the right place to go to. 3, 2, 1. That might be single-handedly the coolest airsoft gun I've ever fired. I'm sorry, I'm just like geeking out throughout this entire video. I am so dumbfounded by this thing. It's not even funny. It is so cool. Just the whole manual of arms here is going to take an entire learning curve to get used to, and I am so unbelievably okay with that. I can't wait to review this thing. I guess for now, I'll see you at the review table. If you have any insight on this thing, please let me know. This is so cool. This is a bucket list one for me. 100% of the way. Oh, I'll catch you on the next adventure. Peace.